Hello everyone, happy Monday. I think there's such thing as a happy Monday. We are going to finish this little guy, and I thought I had another one of these napkins, but I don't, so I'm kind of having to change what I had in my mind, but we're gonna go for it anyway. So that's the back side. We're painting mirrors. This is the fourth one to paint, fourth or fifth? Fourth, I think. Anyway, I'm going to post a picture of all of them together once I get them done. So there's the front part, or back part, however you want to look at it, of this one. And now we're going to do the mirror side. So what I'm planning to do is kind of paint it looking like the twigs in a nest around where the mirror is going to go. So we'll see how that works. I'm going to use some antique white and dark chocolate and some sable brown and kind of mix it in around. I've got it traced out where the mirror is going to go. So we'll see how that goes. Say hello as you come on. Hi, Heather. Hello. I did not send out a little, I don't really send out text messages or anything like that, but a little Facebook message saying I was going live. So just had to jump on here. I am late with this. Mr. Pam will be home in just a little over an hour. And so we're going to see what we can get done with this, and hopefully we can get enough done that it makes it worthwhile for you to watch. Hello. Okay, so let me see if I can get us pulled up over here. Thank you, Miss Heather. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull you down. Everybody say hello as you come on, and if you're watching the replay, hello and thank you also. I would appreciate it so much if you would sprinkle out the video. Let me kind of scoot this over here. I feel like I'm kind of at a different angle here, but okay, so we're going to go ahead and do our shading around it, and I'm going to just use a larger brush just to kind of get the edges wet. Let me go ahead and get my paint down. I'm going to use dark chocolate to go around the edges. I don't know if that's what I used on the other side or not, but I think it'll work. We'll test it right here and see. If it's too dark, then I know I went with the sable brown or honey brown. I don't remember. I should have gone back and watched the video to see what I did. And let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that'll be fine. I think that's what I used on the other side. I've kind of been meeting myself coming and going. My brother's still in the hospital, but, and I'm sorry, before I get started, my name, if this is your first time, my name is Pam Savage, and I am owner of Young at Heart Creations, and that's about the only young thing about me is the name of my business. No offense to those of you that are around my age. I'm just saying, my body tells me, yes, I'm young at heart, and that's about it. But anyway, so my brother is still in the hospital, but the hospital he went to, we just don't have any luck with that hospital here. I won't go into a lot of detail. I don't like any negative talk, but it is not a hospital. I don't even consider it a hospital anymore in our area. It used to be the best in the area, but it has sold out several times, and it's just not the same hospital, and they were not doing anything. He had been in the hospital for 6 days with a very, very terrible wound, and he is diabetic, and very close to losing his leg, and they were just leaning heavily towards amputation before they even tried anything else. And anyway, 6 days, nasty wound. They hadn't even, he hit it on a table during the night getting up to go to the restroom, and they had not even cleaned the wound. He had not had a shower or anything in 6 days, and that's just one of many things that went wrong. So I pulled him out of there yesterday. I talked him into going to Baylor in McKinney. That, in my opinion, because they saved my mother's life, is one of the best hospitals in our area. And he spent 2 days in the ER at the old hospital, the other hospital, without hardly anything done. And this one, I took him, got there right at just before 3 o'clock yesterday. By about 3:45, they had already done x-rays, blood, all kinds of blood tests. Had him had a doctor already in there with him that would be working with him. They did some other tests on his leg. They were kind of watching his heart. Had him on, now this is my younger brother, by the way. Had him on oxygen. Just, calls me several times. But anyway, so he's getting very good care. The other hospital told us that there was 0 pulse in his foot, and it looked like they were going to have to take it. This hospital has already found, they found a pulse, and they said, I don't know what they were talking about. And they think they can save the foot and leg with a bypass and some stents. So it looks like we're going to be having surgery, or he's going to be having surgery tomorrow. So anyway, been on the phone all day and was at the hospital all day yesterday. And I knew, I've been kind of waiting. I thought, okay, he's not going to call for anything else. We got everything kind of worked out for the today. And I said, I know the minute I get on here live, he's going to try to call me. But so we'll get done what we can get done. You just got to do what you got to do. But I'm so glad that you're here. Okay, it's not my husband, it's my younger brother. My younger brother, not my hubby. Hubby's at work. Yes, Mr. Pam is fine. It is my younger brother. He has other health issues too that we have to be careful with, and so I am caregiver for my mom, my stepfather, and my brother. And if I can just make sure I get the right one to the right doctor's appointment each time, we're doing good. And give them the right information on the, I don't want to give them my brother's information for my mom or vice versa. All right, little Nat, get away. But you have to watch places like a hawk. With my mom, they more than once brought her in the wrong medication. It was somebody else's medication. And, you just have to be on top of it. Okay, so let me dry this real quick, and we'll see what we can do. I don't know if this is going to work out or not. We're going to do it anyway. Okay, I'm going to get this one a little darker right here. It's dry enough I can add a little more. If you do it when it's completely wet, you're just going to wipe it off what you just did. So anyway, we may not get finished with this, but we can get a little bit done, and you can get the idea of it. I have a pattern picked out for an online course, finally, that I have the rights to use the pattern, but I've got to get it blown up and do a mock-up to see how, to make sure it's not too difficult, too many steps. It's not too difficult for y'all, but I don't want to do so many steps that we can't finish it. And I've got to see what else is going to be happening with around our house with the surgery and everything. I know the surgery, they're going to do bypass through his stomach, and his leg. So I am not sure what all that's how much care he's gonna need. Okay, I'm gonna start out with the darkest. And there are a lot more steps you can do to this to make it more realistic. And we're not gonna go through all those steps today. We're just gonna do a quick one. Oh, okay. Thank you, Heather. So I'm just going to start by just random little twig-like motions. They don't have to go inside the circle because that's, if I were doing a wreath, I would do it inside too. That's not what we're doing. We're doing a bird nest look. Now, if some gets inside that circle, that's fine. And I think the trick to this, the key to doing this, and this may not turn out, I have not done this in a long time, but is to just kind of not think about it. Just do it. If you overthink it, and I'm putting a little bit of water on my brush, I'm using a round liner brush. It's Master's Touch #1 script liner. So I'm just kind of curving them around. The napkin that I used for this side, I'm going to go back and watch my video that I did last when I did that, because I cannot find the remainder of the napkin for that. So I don't know if that was, if I just had that one panel, or if I have the napkin and I have just laid it down somewhere in here and can't find it. But I wanted to use, to go around this even, or on the handle, I wanted to use some of these little berries to put on there. I thought that would be pretty on the other side. Cannot find it anywhere. So I may have just had one panel. And sometimes I do that. I mean, I'll save all the panels. And that was a napkin that I bought, a single napkin, but I didn't think I had used all of it. But I may have. Okay, so I'm just going in the same direction all the way around, and I'm just making little squigglies. Okay, y'all, I need your help. When Facebook did an update a few weeks ago, before their update, my reach, and that means how many they send your video out to, your lives, information, was almost 3,000. That's what they would send it out to. After their update, there now, my reach is 300. And a lot of people dropped off. So they need to go back in, or you need to go back in if you're not getting notifications when I go live. If you're not seeing my lives, if you've just caught me by accident, I've got a gnat chasing me here. That's because your notification settings dropped off when they did the update for probably for, I've heard of several others that are going through the same thing. And you'll have to go back in on this video or on a different video. Just go watch any of my videos and go down to that little bell. If you see a bell by following, or the 3 little dots, and click on Get All Notifications, and that will help you. I mean, that will notify you when I go live again. It'll just give you a Facebook notification. I don't pay for the texting or anything like that. It's so expensive. Okay, I'm just putting some little twiggies out there. Okay, now let's do Let's do some honey brown. See what we get with that. But let's go ahead and draw that just a little bit. Well, I don't care if it mixes in. That's fine. So let's do some honey brown. Be a little bit different color. And so far, for the next one, the vote is on the butterfly. So I've got that ready. Okay, just doing, again, some little squiggles. Just to give it some more color in there. And we might go over it again with the darker brown. So needless to say, it's been a doozy of a week. Trying to make sure my brothers, I'm trying to catch that gnat, y'all. I'm not losing my mind. There's a little bitty gnat flying around. I did another treatment on the plant that is causing them, trying so hard not to have to get rid of the plant. So I've got one more treatment to do on them. And then after that, if they're not gone, I think the plant's going to have a goodbye service. Okay, so there's what we've got. Now let's put, got some, let's put some Ceramcoat Natural Beige in there. So we're going to go with that. I put a sign on my front door where Mr. Pam comes in when he gets off work. It says live. It says shh, live, so he doesn't come in hollering. Sometimes he'll say the silliest things. Like, Lucy, I'm home. Or, did you miss me? All kinds of little things. So, hi, Vicki. Hello, hello. So we got Miss Heather and Miss Vicki. Yay. I don't think anybody knew. Well, I know nobody knew I was going live because I didn't know I was going live. So we're just kind of working on the back of this mirror. Got the little birds on there, the little chickadees. And so to go around the mirror, I didn't want just plain. So I'm just adding some colors of sticks, twigs, and then we're going to go back in and put a little more brown in it. Just trying to give it some layers, and I'm just not even really hardly thinking about what I'm doing. I'm not drying it in between. I'm letting it kind of blend in. It's already sealed on the other side, so I don't have to worry about messing it up. Not putting anything really inside because that's where the mirror is going to go. Okay, now let's go back in with that darker brown again. Dark chocolate is what it is. And let's do another layer. And they're kind of mixing just a little bit together, which is fine. I'm just giving them a little wiggle. Not even thinking about the placement really of them. the birds are probably much better at placing them than I am because of my time frame tonight. So I don't get to go keep little Jack tomorrow. Mr. Pam will be all on his own. That makes me sad, but I have medical power of attorney over my brother, so if a decision needed to be made while he was in surgery or anything, I am the only one that can do that, so I have to be there. And I don't want him to go through it by himself anyway. And you know how men are. They think they can handle just everything. Try to be tough. Okay, what do you think about that? Does that look like kind of twigs? Probably need to come out even a little further. I don't know. Let's lay the mirror on it and see what we get. But I'm gonna dry it first because I don't want to smear paint everywhere. I do want to, this got a little bit too smooth on this side, so I want to bring some kind of coming out. So I don't want it to be even all the way around and just look like a circle. I want it to look like twigs sticking out. Okay, and we did that in about 6 minutes. So super easy. You could go all the way inside and make it look like a nest and then do some shading and everything in here to give it some depth. Can find. Okay, everybody under the sun is calling me now. Okay, so from looking at the mirror, I'm going to come in a little bit further. So a little bit of that white is showing. So I'm just going to mix some colors here. Make it a little bit thicker. To make it look like it goes all the way up under the mirror so we don't have any of that white space. Or light buttermilk, I think is what we did this in. I'm just kind of filling it in there. Doesn't really matter that it comes out because the mirror is going to cover it up. So I need your help in trying to get my reach back up. So if you like this, if you could please sprinkle it onto your pages. And also, if you like it, a thumbs up or hearts or anything, comment, anything at all helps us with that problem, with that reach. Helps us get our numbers up there and keep them up there. And then I was off almost a month with things going on. December. So that didn't help much either. So trying to catch back up. All right, let's try that. Hi, Miss Betty. Okay, here's the front side of it. Okay, now let's lay that mirror on there and see if that covered it up. Yes, much better. Okay, now it doesn't look like it's just partway on there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is look for, trying to see what I had over here. I may have some old napkins with some little bitty birds on it. I may do that. Trying to think if I want to go ahead and put the mirror on or wait. I think I'll wait to stick it down. All right, let's pull you up here. Ooh, that light made me look red. Let's see if I can hold that on. Okay, so now it looks like a nest. And I did have some napkins that had some little eggs, so I may look for those and do that. And I intended on finishing that with you, but my brother is still trying to call, and Mr. Pam is trying to call, so I have to make sure that nothing's going on. But there's that side that we will finish. I may just finish it off camera and let you see how that turned out, and then we'll do the butterfly one. I'll wait and do it on camera. Okay, but there's the finished one, that side, and then we'll do something else with this side. Hi, Miss Susie. Hello, Peggy. Sorry, y'all are just now getting on, and my brother's trying to call from the hospital. Looks like they're going to be able to save his foot and his leg, that we're not going to have to amputate. We'll know definitely tomorrow, but looks like it. But I'm getting calls from him, so I need to go. The doctors may be in the room. I thought we were done with that for today. But anyway, so that's just a quick, we did that in under 10 minutes. Really about 6 minutes, 5 to 6 minutes, and made kind of a bird nest ring around it, little twine. You can use that twigs for all kinds of different borders and things. So simple, and we just used 3 colors and 1 brush, but we got variations in there of that color. I think it looks fairly realistic. So go back and watch how we did that, and then I will see what I can find to go on the handle. I'm just not sure, but what we're going to do next is this pretty butterfly. So far, well, I'm going to give it until midnight tonight. So far, the butterfly is winning for the next one to do the last one with, or this one. So I've got a post on there, and you're supposed to say birdhouse or butterfly, whichever one you want on the next one. So you weren't getting notifications, so I had to turn. Yes, Facebook did an update a few weeks ago, and I was telling them my reach was 3,000. They would send it out to about 3,000 people, and after the update, now it's only to 300 and something people. And most everybody that were getting notifications on, not just me, but all of the painters that you watch, if you hadn't watched them in a week or two or whatever, you lost that setting. So you need to go back into your artists, look them up, and post that on your pages that, you know, if you're not seeing a painter or not getting Facebook notifications that they're painting, go back into one of their videos, click on the little bell or the 3 little dots down by following and click get all notifications, and then it will reset it back up. So don't know why Facebook did that. We're not really pleased with it. And also, the special effects where we could turn ourselves around so we are looking normal to you. Like if I'm right-handed right now, to you it looks like I'm painting left-handed, but I'm not. I'm right-handed, and you can't. The words are backwards, but we can't turn it around right now. They won't let us do that either. They've taken that effect away. So don't know what they're doing, but they need to get it together. All right, ladies, I've got to go see what's going on at the hospital, but sorry I had to cut it short, but I'm just going to get on here when I can get on here for right now, and we'll just got to do what we got to do. All right, I appreciate y'all so much. Go and practice these. That's so easy to do, and you can just use it on so many different things. I've done several of them a little bit differently, but put really pretty flowers on it, vines, lots of different things you can do. So go practice in your mixed media books or on some cardboard or something. All right, thanks so much for hopping on. Bye-bye.